Fateh Arza ji, Sat Sri Akal. Fateh, you know, is wishing you victory in the war against oppression. Shabad today is from Ank, page 142 of Guru Granth Sahib, and the title is Pat. Pat means honor, respect. So, what is respect in Gurbani or honor? Let's see. It is very significant Shabad. सो जीव्या जिस मन वस्या सोए. So means that human being. He. Jivya means lived. Now in Gurbani, Jivya or living is it is not simply earning, eating, sleeping and passing away. No, in Gurbani living is it is to relish that living in Vismad, in Anand. So Jivya, he lived, he relished, Jis man, in whose mind Vasya Soy lives him. Him means God. Soy is referred to God. Vasya means lives. Jis man, whose mind, in whose mind. So it is in he knows the art of living, art of relishing. In whose mind God lives. Now, in whose mind God lives? God lives in the mind of everybody. So how it can be differentiated that in that person's mind God is not living? It is in fact when we are under intoxication of liquor, undue lust, greed, ego, etc., then we stop feeling the existence of God in our own mind. That is, we stop listening to the voice of our own mind. We stop listening to our conscience. Then it is said that God is not in our mind. He is in mind. We stop feeling his existence. It is like that. Nanak avarna jive koe. Nanak Baba ji, our means else. No, is not. Jive means lives. Koi means one. Nobody else is able to relish or able to live. Only that person is able to live in whose mind God lives. That is, who listens to the conscience. There is no other way to feel the existence of God. Other people who do not listen to their conscience are not able to relish. They cannot relish. They simply do not know how to live. They waste their life. They live in pain. Despite having all the material, all the parthan, others female, and all others wealth and partriye, others female, still they are not happy. That is what they lack. Conscience. Je jive pat lathi jai. This is very important line. Je means if, jive means lives. Je jive means if I, me, the human beings, lives in such a manner that pat, honor, respect, lathi jai. Lathi means pat is lost, honor is lost, respect is lost when I go. Now go where? Go where? In the court of the God. That is our own mind. It is misinterpreted by some people that it is after death when we go to the court of the God. We are not supposed to go to the court of the God after death. Such a concept is not in Gurbani. In Gurbani, God lives in our minds always. It is us who do not feel his existence, who do not listen to the conscience. That is it. So if I live in such a manner that when I go to the court of the God, that is, when I look into my own mind and I lose honor, I lose respect, then what happens? Sab haram jita kich khaye. Sab is all, haram is impure. I will tell you it is a bigger word, haram. Jita means as much, kich some, a khaye means ate. Now ate is here symbolic. If I lose the honor in the court of the god or in my own mind, same thing, you know it, then all the luxuries I enjoyed. Khai means enjoyed. Whatever I ate means all the luxuries I enjoyed, they become haram. No, what is haram? Haram is a bigger word. Haram is, Babaji was asked, what is haram? He said, others' wealth is haram. Then people asked, what type of haram? He said, us suwar, us guy. He gave the example. A wealth which is not earned by me with my labor and is earned by somebody else but is grabbed by me wrongfully, that is partan. And when I grab partan, that becomes haram. If I am Hindu, us suwar, us guy. If I am Hindu, it is like eating beef. If I am Muslim, Muhammadan, then it is like eating pig. These were the examples Babaji gave for haram. Haram is eating beef for the Hindus and eating pig for the Muslims. So, if I am not honored in the court of the God, that is my own mind. If I am not having respect in my own eyes, then whatever I am enjoying, whatever luxuries I am having, those are haram. Those are like eating beef or pig. Raj Rang, Mal Rang. Babaji further explains the meaning of the Shabad is here. Je jive patlathi jai. If I live in such a manner that my honor in the court of the God is lost in my own mind, then all my luxuries are haram. Haram is like eating beef or pig. Further explanation is Raj Rang, Mal Rang. What are the colors? Colors are Raj means power, Rang means color, Mal means wealth, Rang means again color. So we are intoxicated in what? In the color of power and wealth. We think these are the things which can give us pleasure. These can give us, but the method of using these things is not clear to us. We don't listen to the conscience. Same. So, under intoxication of power and wealth, what happens? When I gather others' wealth, when I grab and others' female, what I do? I become full of pride. When I gather too much wealth and too much power, others' wealth, others' female, everything, then I become full of ego. And what do I do? Let's see. Rang ratta, nache nang. Rang means color, ratta means absorbed. Nache means dances. Nang is naked. When I acquire others' wealth per ton or excessive power, it adds to my ego and I am absorbed in, just like color gets absorbed in cloth, becomes part of the fabric. I get absorbed in power and wealth and I start dancing naked. Now, in Nache, dancing naked is what? When I do indulge in others' female or others' wealth and I do not hide it. Generally, people do it secretly, grabbing others' wealth or grabbing others' female. It is done secretly. But I become so arrogant, I become so egoist after acquiring wealth and power that I start doing it openly, unashamedly. I do not hide it even from my family. That is dancing naked. Nache nang. I told in another video that indulging in others' wealth and others' female is very dangerous when it is known to your family. Once the family comes to know about that you are indulging in partan, others' wealth, and others' female, you lose respect in the eyes of family. And the point at which you come to know this, you lose your respect in your own eyes also, and life becomes hell, hell. I have seen people weeping like anything, weeping like children, that I have done this blunder of doing all this in the know of my family, my children, my wife, and now I'm nowhere. So this is very dangerous. Nache nang, dance naked, very dangerous. Nanak thagya mutha jai. Now this is again conclusion that he is cheated. How you are cheated? You pay the price of a showroom and you are handed over. You are shown a bus stop. There it shall be your showroom in the on the main road, and you fall in trap. That is cheat. You are cheated. You do not know how to relish. You do not know how to live. That is being cheated. Not knowing the art of living or art of relishing. Vin name pat gya gavaye. Vin means without, sans. Name means name, name of God. Pat is honor. Gya means goes. Gavaye means lost. Vin name, without the name of God. Honor, pat, gya gavaye. Goes, lost. If you are not having the name of the God, means you do not feel the existence of God in your mind. Feeling the existence of God is listening to the voice of your own mind. That is, following or listening to your conscience. If you do not do this, you go while losing your honor. Where you lose your honor, you know it, in the court of the God. Losing honor in the court of the God is losing honor in your mind. That is, losing honor, losing respect in your own eyes. That is pat gya gavai. Without listening to the sound of mind, your own mind, we go to God's court, that is, in our own mind, with the lost honor. So it is same thing. So, je jive pat lathi jai. This is the conclusion. If you live in such a manner that honor is lost when you go to the court of the God, that is your mind, that is you lose honor in your own eyes. Sab haram jeta kich khaye. All your luxuries are haram. I explained the meaning of haram at length. So then you dance naked. That is more dangerous when you do not hide that you are indulging in others' female and others' wealth, and listens not, and you do not listen to your conscience. Your life becomes hell. It becomes full of sufferings. You forget what relishing actually means. So the tagline again, same thing, same philosophy. We do come at the same crossing every time we run for the Gurbani, and we come back at the same place, that is, start listening to the voice of your own cool mind, that is, voice of your conscience. Cool is when you are not under intoxication of lust, greed, ego, and of course chemicals, and start relishing. Fateh Arja ji, Sat Sri Akal.